9:15 p.m. Friday, October 17th, 2014. I'm still reading this. Like I said, I read in little bits, but I'm almost done, as you can see. Nearly there. Nearly there. Yesterday I received from Coach House Books, a Toronto publishing company, this book, which I've been reading the ebook version, because they included that with the purchase, and I couldn't wait, so I started reading it. And it's a really quick read. Like, when I received it, I see just how slim it is. But because I am a bit OCD, or I have some OCD tendencies, I cannot stop reading the ebook to read this. I would have to read the ebook, and then I would have to read this as well if I want to read it in book, which I will want to read it in book. This will definitely be one I want to reread. Thinking of somebody who might be particularly interested in this, just for some similar reasons, would be someone on, well, I'm not going to say, but let's just say this guy. Okay, here it says, he traces his own journey from the Rust Belt to a cosmopolitan city, where the evolving middle class he joined was oblivious to its own instability and insularity. Basically, it comes from his family worked in the auto factory in one of the big threes in Windsor, which is in southwestern Ontario, right across from Detroit. And I live in this area, so I immediately have had this sort of connection to him. Plus, I worked in the auto industry myself, but I worked for an auto supplier that would supply to the big three. But this book, I'm going to talk about this book eventually, or write an actual blog post review, because I fell for the brunch. I fell for the brunch when I moved to Toronto. The allure of brunch. I'll tell you more about it. And I can even relate to when he refers to brunch, of how he used to know it, of it being a Sunday thing with a buffet, as opposed to the way brunch is in big cities like Toronto and such. Anyway, this is a good book, and it's more about, well, it's about class and about leisure and work and identity, the way people identify themselves, and how the middle class, how people label themselves when they actually, it's really just fascinating, and I'm not verbalizing it very well. I write better than I talk. This is the other book that I knew of his quite a long time ago. It was really popular, and it even it inspired his Stroll City that would happen in Toronto, where people were able to contribute their what they were seeing as they were going through the city in Toronto, or how they were experiencing it, and it would go up on the screens in the subway system. I remember that before I moved, but I'm looking forward to reading this. Oh, the beach, 282. See, I used to live in the beaches. He is, I'm looking forward to reading this. It even has a map in it, and I really love maps. And the other good thing about a mail day, the same mail day I received this poetry lit mag. I've been subscribed for about almost a year, so I've got to renew on my subscriptions. Look at that. I hope this is true. Once a poet, always a poet. So I'm looking forward to reading that. And then today, I didn't take any pictures of this, but this was Amazon, because my husband ordered a thing for his bicycle, like an inner tube, and it was only a few bucks, and so he could avoid shipping. He bought himself the second Star Trek movie in the reboot, and I wanted this. I have one other PK book on my shelf Coal and Roses, which is a bunch of gloss-up poems with inspired. Yeah, I've read that and now, oh look, they match. Good job, publishers or printer or whatever. They go together. I'm looking forward to reading this. As you can see, I have marked there. I have a lot of great poetry books. So I've got that, but then that was earlier today. This is there's my copy. This is the big thing. This came from To Sylvia's Press. And I got it off Etsy, I believe. I like this with it. I love that. Remember old library? Remember libraries? Here's something I can tell you guys while I'm still not showing my faces. I used to be in the library club. I used to always work in the libraries. Public school and high school. Okay, so here's the deck. And it's in this beautiful bag. Little bag. And the top of the deck is Cummings. E.E. Cummings. I haven't opened the deck yet. I'm saving that for a special moment, I think. I'm really interested to see them all and to read what the book has to say and who's the major arcana and whatnot. I have a few tarot decks. I haven't used any of them for a long time, honestly. My main tarot deck, which I've had for years, is here. And it's a really strong deck. It actually, when I used it, is quite powerful for me in that it was very accurate. The other deck that I've kept is this beautiful one, and it's gorgeous. It's a gorgeous, 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 gorgeous deck. My decks revolve around my interests, and I believe I gave a different deck away because it was so wonderful, but I was never going to ever, I couldn't connect with it. I didn't connect with it. I didn't use it, and I didn't connect with it. So I let it go. So that's my to be read pile, still with these added on, but these are going here because I'm going to read these all first. And yes, still have this to read, which, oh my gosh, is going to win lots of awards this year, but I gotta read it. And I have, I really want to read some plays. Oh, this is my other deck. This is my other deck that I decided to keep. And this is a really interesting deck. It's very interesting. Clearly, it was very appropriate, too, for a certain time period in my life. It worked very well, but again, it's, I obviously am really out of balance right now. So I don't think the deck would be. I don't think the deck would be a good idea for me to use. Those are Softer World comics. And I did pull that bead that fell. I moved the shelf and I put the bead back in. I think it looks pretty. This is a, you know, a vase. a very strong, good vase, and I don't know, I have tacky beads in it, and I love the colors. Look at the colors. This is birthday card, is it? Books. And these are all my blank journals, which are less than what I had going. And it's like I do this every single video. I did write today. I still have to write, type 750 words, make vlog, drink another bottle of water. These came with the tarot deck as well. Wow. I love typewriters. So that was gorgeous. And what does it say here? There you go. Giving a bit of advertisement for some people I don't know, but this also came with the book. I like postcardy size stuff. This looks like something I would be interested in reading. That would be awesome if I could write a poem every day of the year. Not if I could, but if I would. I'm not good at taking prompts, but it probably would be something I would add to my collection. So if you're curious at all, I suggest looking it up. It's 10:49 p.m. Just, I know guys, I'm not showing you anything new. Stone. You can't see it because I'm in the dark. Stone. You've probably seen it if you've looked at my desk. I'm just sort of writing about a dream. I don't remember enough about it to go into any more details. I'm not, well, for instance, I'm not writing about how the house was an old farmhouse, but it had a lot of stuff, like new stuff, and a family lived there or something, like a lot of people lived there, but they weren't there. They had left everything behind. Everything. Like all their nice stuff, but they had a lot of brooms and mops. They had a lot of mops, like not the ones with the stringy mop, but the cheaper one, you know, the one where you just pull on the handle in it, like that flat sort of thing, you know, squeezes out stuff. Anyway, I used to have a mop like that, you know, cheap mop. Well, I guess all mops, a lot of mops are cheap. Just that certain type of mop, if you know what I'm talking about. Well, anyway, there were mops. I noticed them at the end of the dream near waking. A lot of them were in, like, almost every room. Just, like, yeah. Which is weird. But the house, you know, I didn't want to... It was me and various people, including my husband, and some person who was supposed to be, like, either a really close friend, somebody very close to me. I'm not sure who it was. Like, it was female, but I don't know who it was. Anyway, we're going through this house, and there's all this stuff, and this is after a nightmare. I always have nightmares every time I dream. It's always an adventure, action, horror, nightmare dream. Because I have those every time I sleep. Every time. Except, like, on very rare occasions. Which I mentioned down here, like, it's been a couple times where I've had, like, a weird, like, normal, happy dream. Anyway, in the dream, this is the very end of the dream. I'm not writing about, like, how I say, like, I noticed that there's this, entrance to downstairs, like the basement, and you know, subconsciously, nobody wants to go down into the basement. It's scary going down. You don't want to make yourself go down there, especially if you know you don't want to know. Like you do. Oh, she's starting to play piano upstairs. it can be scary. So I was prepared for horror, and I was a little scared, and I saw like some cobwebs. But somebody cleared before, and they went down there, and surprise of all wonders, it's like actually clean down there. You can see like the you can see like wooden beams and stuff, but it's very clean. And I saw some Christmas ball ornaments hanging, and then I started to notice these displays, like sort of like an art show, and weirdly it was entertainment based, as far as it's based on entertainment, like movies and films and TV and stuff like that. And then to the side there were these like open rooms. They weren't rooms, they were just like separated, like cubicle type rooms, but each one was like a scene from a show. And but I knew this wasn't good. It was too I knew this wasn't good. It wasn't the horror thing you were expecting to see.
It did take me forever to read
something
this
just stopped pausing. That's not me. That's a book video that just decided on pause. I'm sorry about that. Sorry, that was kind of weird. I just knew this wasn't a good thing. It wasn't what I expected to see when I went down there. But when I was talking about that part of the dream, because it's the very end, while I was waking up, like, you know, while I was becoming more and more lucid, because especially if you're about to go down into the basement, that's going to scare you enough if you're a lucid dreamer to like, start to try and wake yourself up. But anyway, before that happened, though, upstairs, like, on the main floor, I'm thinking, like, I don't want to, you know, this house is in the middle of nowhere. These people left for a reason. They left everything for a reason. Despite all this stuff, they weren't happy. Yes, I'm very clear about what this means to me in my real life. And I said in my dream, I said, we could pay, like, I know we pay a little more, but why don't we just, like, get a couple bachelor apartments back in Toronto and live there. I'd rather live there than in the middle of nowhere with all this stuff that belongs to other people. And it's weird because, you know, the stuff that I'm showing you, you know, I'm always like, lately, because I don't go outside, I'm like showing you my books, I'm showing you what I received, and you're getting a glimpse at my computer setup, and you're looking at this stuff right now, and I realize it's like stuff. It's just stuff, and I know how people can, and I know I got really homesick for Toronto last night, but I'm not going anywhere. I'm staying here, but clearly, you know, I'm still trying to deal with some emotions. And I did look up what my husband looked it up, but he got a more detailed thing. To dream that you're mopping suggests that you are ready to let go of something. It's time to release your emotions and express it in a productive way. To see a mop in your dream, I saw him. I didn't do any mopping. Symbolizes domesticity. I knew it had something to do with home life. I wasn't dumb. And the monotony of your daily routine. Yeah. Perhaps you are searching for a little more variety or excitement. Desire to want things to be neat and clean. You realize that it takes work to maintain and keep a whole household together. He didn't read that part to me, because he Googled it on his phone. I don't know if he got the same thing, but he did read this part to me. And yeah, of course, you know, I need to get out of town for a couple days. I need to. At the same time, I'm a bit housebound right now. He didn't say this desire to want things to be neat and clean, although I'm always on him about stuff, and I like to do stuff. But yeah, home life, it does take a lot of work. And it's good, it should take work to, well, it shouldn't take too much work, but, remaining mops. That wasn't the only thing in my dream, seriously. I had so many, there was, like I said, there were so many items I could have pointed out. This was just the end of the dream. To dream that you are mopping suggests that you're letting go of something. I was not mopping. If you see a mop in your dreams, this symbolizes domesticity. It may also represent the work needed to maintain and keep a household or family relationships together. Maybe I could relate to not just my the dream furniture. I don't usually go by this though. I've always been a believer of you interpret your own, well, not always, but eventually I learned you interpret your own dream. You have the keys to your meanings of your life already in you. You know what you are dreaming about and what it would relate to in your personal experiences. You can give your feedback and insight to other people on your dreams, especially if you guys have similar experiences or views on life, or you've gone through some of the same sort of things. You would understand their dreams more, maybe see things that they haven't. But in the end, only the person who's dreaming can truly understand what they're dreaming about. But I also believe in the common archetypes and universal dream things that can happen, that it's both, you know? So all that furniture, how you feel about yourself and your family. Well, it wasn't my furniture. Wasn't old. To dream about big pile of furniture. If you're trying to find your way out of it. I didn't have broken furniture. That's interesting though. Cleaning makes... That's just the meaning of mop. That is just a page that won't load. Sweeping the floor? Nope. I was not mopping the floor. Broom. Oh, vomit. Oh. Okay, well, no lice. I wasn't sweeping the floor, so what does that mean? No, that has nothing to do with what I had. Look at all these I was not mopping. Oh my gosh. Is this why I don't go here? Okay, mop. Let's go down to mop. This is like one thing. Okay. To see a mop in your dream symbolizes domesticity. This is just saying the same thing. It may also represent the work needed to maintain and keep a household together. Well, I saw many mops in every room, and I realized that means I've got to work on keeping this place together. My husband is a rock in this relationship, an immovable rock. He ain't going anywhere, and I get it. It's me that has to stay, or has to want to stay. And, no, that has nothing to do. Dream mop that will rival, that will drench you with mud. Yeah, that's not, nope. Okay, so we're done with all that. Sorry, guys. Using a mop. Nope. Nope. Yeah, see, dream dictionaries are whatever. Sorry about that. Look at this. Let's write I haven't written my words tonight, so out of the 556 people, 225 people are still in the running. You are one of those naturally self-driven and motivated people. I never have as many points. I have 135 points, and yes, I know I need to do my points today, but even if I had those points, I wouldn't have like 153 points. I think it's either because they're a day ahead, or because they're doing so many really good, like, things with their... they're meeting much of the criteria. Okay, so anyway, sorry guys, I wasn't cleaning with the mop. They were just against the wall, and I thought it was ridiculous to have so many, like, in different rooms, and it wasn't like the place was filthy, but it was, like, it was lived in, and it was, like, I don't think that stuff should just be out in the... Anyway, I could see it. It wasn't the only thing, though. It wasn't the only thing. Like, I could even tell you other stuff that I was more focused on. Like, the fact that I was so, well, at least I don't remember the big nightmare that led to the house. I mean, because scary things always happen. There's always something chasing. There's always something after. There's always something horrible happening. And usually close to waking, you know, things are, I'm pulling myself up out of dreams, especially if I'm dreaming in the daytime, or at a time that isn't bedtime. So, I've talked a lot. I'm sorry guys, I gotta write. It's 11:04 p.m. so how many words have I written so far? I just wrote a few. 457 words, so I'm supposed to write 750, and I usually try to go over to cover for differences in how many words it may be, and then I write for however many words I feel I want to write for what I have to say. So I better get back to this. I just felt like adding more to what, instead of look at this, look at this, look at what I got, look at what I got. I may not get this book. Oh, sorry, you can't see it. It's the card that says. It's the card that says, write a poem every day of the year. That would be awesome. I would get much better at writing poetry if I did that. Oh, and one last thing that I did today. These are all my booktube videos I'm watching. Sorry, guys. One other thing I did today. Oh, Facebook, I hate you. I hate you, Facebook. No, I do not want to play any games. This is my hometown stuff. My hometown. Okay, so I know I complain about it, but of course I'm watching the hometown group. Where was it that, oh, it was my timeline. I wanted, oh, you know what? There's like swear words of my friends, I'm sorry. Not, yeah, because like nobody else swears, I'm sure. I redid my journal. Do you see this? I just use a different background. I needed to switch it up. You can get to my Twitter very easily this way. I think what I did, this Ken Babstock, hello. His book on Malice is actually on his way to me because I ordered it from Cochess Books along with the Sean McAuliffe. I don't know if I'm butchering his name. The Trouble with Brunch and Stroll. I ordered On Malice about a day later or so. So this should be on its way to me. It's his new book of poems. He was here in St. Thomas, and I still have to give kudos, and I'm sorry I was so grumpy. And I favorited this because even though I don't eat gummies really, I think that I love colorful pictures. What is it? I love Fleetwood Mac. Rumors. The album Rumors. Everybody loves that. I've got it on. I have it on vinyl. And thank you, Carol. Thank you, Carol, for it. This was what I did for the, Yay, Vine! So you'll see that clip on my end of the month video. It'll be in my... this is what I wanted to point out. Maybe people won't care because I don't know the person. But this is neat. And this is why I love Toronto. They care about people. It was somebody prominent in the scene in poetry and such. And if you just, it's like $3. I suggest going to my Twitter. I'm not trying to make you guys do this, but if you look it up, and if you're into poetry and spoken word, and you've got $3, it would be really neat if you help this, because he died last month, and it's really hard on the Toronto poetry, spoken word, and artistic community. And what his friends want to do is they want to complete a number of projects that he was close to completing before his untimely death in September 2014. If you purchase, which it allows you to like donate extra if you want, it will help complete the production of his album, because he did music, and a number of literary pieces. We will be posting updates. So this is on you can find this at nickbeat, nikbeat.bandcamp.com. And Valentino is a poet. He does spoken word, but I'm looking forward to him really doing more. Oh, there's info. Oh, neat. See, there he is. There's Val. He lived in the beaches. I knew him. Somebody I saw at one of my first poetry readings I went to at the art bar when it was at, oh crap, I forget where. Sorry, I'm blanking out.
How do you write a tribute in the sky when there are only so many characters? I had an image of a gray, windy day in the fall, and a lone gentleman wearing a black leather vest, with his hands in his pockets, his many crosses around his neck, catching the wind. He was standing on Queen Street East by the stone wall, taking one last look.
That's all I'll let you hear of that. Oh, I got tears in my eyes. That's the beginning of that. And this one?
Nick, how are we to know that you only had hours to live? How could we have possibly known? Did you? That's what I keep asking. How are we to understand that 1 second you would still be here and now are not? Why is this news, this wrenching, wretched, unadulterated, wounding moment of your dying, of your no longer being part of our lives, not broadcast on CBC, on the National, on CNN?
I have shivers. And then there's this. Wait, let's go here.
I want an angel without wings, one who will not fly away. What?
So, you know what? If you guys care to help random people, I find it's nice to do now and then, to like just send. I'm not saying for karma. I'm just saying, you know, things that it just is. I'm glad I did. I'm moved, and it's good to hear poetry. So this is my blog now. I don't know how long it'll stay this way, and it seems to be Alice-y, Wonderlandy. Mentionings. It's probably like jibber jabber, mixings, of course, and it's on repeat, but still, I love Alice in Wonderland. Anybody who knows me from before would know that. So, okay, that's a really long vlog. So I took pictures of this school not long ago, so I'm gonna share those, or not share them, but I'm gonna comment on that. Okay. No, it's 11:13 and I'm gonna write my words. That's what I'm gonna do. Gosh, guys.